This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? Geeks. We keeping the foot on the what? Geeks. And like the Tibetan master that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. And like the Siberian tiger that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. Let's talk about it, man. See, this is what we would say black community or so-called black community fan bases are doing. They're sitting here and propping up the David Benavidez's of the world, but shooting down the Jamal Charlos. Jamal is not Jamel. Let me say it again. Jamal is not Jamel. Jamal don't get hot-headed. And Jamal don't understand the verbiage. He doesn't understand the terminology. He doesn't understand the identity, and he doesn't understand the language of losing. He's undefeated. His only tough fight that he's had, arduous fight, was against Matt Korobov, a guy that he didn't actually have time to prep for. That's why the fight was tough, because he didn't understand the opponent that's in front of him. Every Lions only opponent that was in front of Jamal Charlo, he dispatched him. He made quick work of them. Either he knocked them out or he boxed the shit out of them. But how are you going to knock out and box the shit out of a late addition opponent that you didn't even account for? And still, in the midst of that, in the midst of all of the basically disarming of the detriments, he still found a way to Lions only. This is a two-part video, man. But see, black community fan bases, or so-called black community fan bases, they want to prop up to you this supposed shining beacon, what we would say shining identity, but really a false fucking idol, in i.e. David Benavidez. David Benavidez, why are you worried about Jamal Charlo? Why are you worried about Lions only? Why are you worried about fighting this dude? You are technically a 168 pounder. Gonna be 175 with the way you blow up in fucking weight. Why are you worried about a 160 pounder? The time that you need to be worried about Jamal Charlo is when Jamal Charlo goes up to 168. What this tells me is that David Benavidez does not have dance partners to dance with. Let me say it again. David Benavidez does not have dance partners to dance with, because Caleb Plant did a 120 on his rabbit ass, dog. And Caleb Plant said, "You're not big enough. I'm going to fight Cinnamon Dust of a horse out of a fucking Alvarez." When it's all said and done, David Benavidez is looking weak out here in these boxing streets. We got to call a spade a spade. We got to keep it real. We got to keep it a buck, and we got to keep it 1,000. He's looking real fucking weak out here in these boxing streets. When it's all said and done, it is not Jamal Charlo's fault that David Benavidez basically has no fucking opponent. It is basically David Benavidez's fault. It's the way your team is moving. Stop calling out a guy that's a weight class lower than you. It's making you look weak out here in these boxing streets. It's making you look like you can't fight people your own fucking size. Let me say it again. It's making you look like you can't fight people your own fucking size. When it's all said and done, this is calling a spade a spade. This is keeping it real. This is keeping a buck and keeping it 1,000. And when it's all said and done, that David Benavidez is a guy who's looking real weak out here in these boxing streets. Black boxing community fan bases don't get it, because they're too Rudy fucking Poo and Plum Plum Brain, too classic fucking Dote and Troglodyte, too ultra fucking fanboy with the ultra fucking fanboy rhetoric to see this for what it is. Now let's get on to the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Terrence Buck Crawford is boxed into a corner. He has no choice but to fight Sean Porter. Unlimited pressure on your rabbit ass. When it's all said and done, you've been forced by the WBO to take on this fight. I believe that Sean Porter is going to beat the shit out of Terrence Buck Crawford, because Sean Porter is a phone booth fight. Terrence Buck Crawford got dropped in 3 rounds by Mean Gajin Bagugu Gagin Gagigi Bagigi Bagigi Bagin Machine. And then at the same time, he went 12 rounds with Jose Benavidez, a one-legged gimp, a one-legged hobbit that pushed him. Bo Mac was basically vomiting out Big fucking Max. When it's all said and done, Sean Porter is not like any of these fighters. He's still upper echelon elite welterweight. Earl the True Smith mangled him. Earl the True Smith took a lot out of him. But this version of Sean Porter, if he is not bought and fucking paid for, because we have to say this, if Sean Porter is not prepared to basically be a nosedive of a fight, I'm going to know based on the training camp. If it's a 9 to 13 week training camp, if I see the training camp is snuffed in any fucking way, if I see that Sean Porter is not getting his just due, If I see that Al Heyman is like, just throw him to the wolves, then it's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, And then it's a nosedive in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth teller fashion. The reality, the identity, what's as simple as this is all as simple as this. That when we look at the Chihuahua walking behind the damn fence, at his truest and his most properest levels, he's nothing but a Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. If the real Sean Porter, please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. If the real Sean Porter, please stand up, please stand up, please stand up, shows up, then we're talking the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. He's going to look like a Chihuahua out there, because styles makes for fights. And when we look at Sean Porter stylistically, he's a triangle theory for any fucking boxer, because Sean Porter makes the shit ugly. You ain't gonna box. Your ass is gonna be in there in a fucking phone booth. And we know Terrence Bud Crawford's flawed DNA fighter style of hit me, I'ma hit you back. Hit me, I'ma hit you back. Hit me, I'ma hit you back. Hit me, I'ma hit you back is going to find him in a precarious situation with Sean Porter. And Sean Porter's jab is under fucking rated. Let me say it again. Sean Porter's jab is under fucking rated. With these uphills, if the real Sean Porter, please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. If the real Sean Porter, please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. If he shows up, then the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence, he's going to get exposed at his truest and his most properest levels. I keeps the foot on the Knicks. I keeps the foot on the Knicks. When it's all said and done, Terrence Bud Crawford, the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Now he got put at his truest and his most properest levels. Earlier, True Smith made him double bend the proverbial fucking knee, because now he has to fight an upper echelon of the welterweight division, and then at the same time, he has to see Mr. Tactical Aggression, Mr. Technical Punching Placement, and Mr. Body Snatching Work, the living on style, the punishment style. That will be two back-to-back aggression style fighters. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the Knicks. I keeps the foot on the Knicks. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.